You know, ever since Valve decided to make the announcement about the Steam machine coming to market, I thought to myself, that is a pretty cool machine. But on top of that too, it has spiraled many interesting conversations that, is this a PC? Is it a console? When we all know for a certain fact this is actually a PC, because if this was a console, it would be an enclosed environment in Steam's OS. But it's really not, because you can do whatever you want with it and you have freedom, unlike a console. Now, a lot of the console fanboys have just don't understand the difference between a PC and a console. And if I was to break it down into like its simplest form, basically it's the difference is one's an enclosed ecosystem and the other is just, well, pure freedom, to be frankly honest. Now, a lot of you are probably asking yourselves, hey Gar, what does this have to do with Reforge Gaming? Well, let's just go ahead and just say it right now. He had an interesting take about the Steam machine that I just could not ignore. Now, I know I put Harmon Smith up there, but I thought to myself, you know what? Reforge he has a bit of a more interesting take on this one. You know what? I'm going to save Harmon Smith's little take on Salty Sunday. So if you want to see that, come on down on the streams on Sunday, because trust me, not only do I have Harmon Smith's take, but I have a whole bunch of the other fanboys' takes on the Steam machine too. And trust me, it gets very interesting when I stream. I'm just telling you right now. But without further ado, I will stop delaying this video any further. So please make sure to go grab yourself a nice little drink and a nice little snack. And we're just going to go ahead and dive right into the content.
PC guys are angry that Valve's device is being compared to the market that they consider irrelevant or dying. That's an interesting discussion to have, isn't it? Isn't it interesting that we've been told for years consoles are dying, consoles are stagnating, you know, this is the way the industry's going, you know.
You should have quit while you were ahead.
Well, let's be honest here for a quick second then, Reforge. You do understand half of the player base of the PlayStation console is literally on the PS4 and the PS5? You do realize it's literally split in half? You do realize people are not rushing out to go buy a new console, the new PS5 and stuff. And on top of that too, when was the last time one of the PlayStation's, consoles got close to 150 million units sold? Please explain that to me, because if I remember the last time one of your precious blanded consoles over here reached that level was, I don't know, the PS2.
Huh. I wonder how that's true when the Switch 2's breaking records, PlayStation's having the best generation that it's ever had, record MAUs, 20 to something like 30% new user acquisition, and then Valve walks in the room and says, we'd like to make something that's basically a console.
What a lame-ass little speech. That shit was just stupid.
The only reason why PlayStation's having the best generation in this situation is due to the fact that they overprice everything, Reforge, so no wonder their profits are looking so much better in the long run. On top of that, too, the only reason why their MAUs are so high is because the next console generation of gamers are coming in to buy new hardware and sign up and join on PlayStation. Because around the time when the PS5 came out, that was technically the best console to go to purchase Xbox games and PlayStation games. That was the best place. But on top of that too, you're also forgetting about the PC gamers that were forced to sign in into PlayStation's network in order to play Helldivers and the many other PlayStation games. Did you forget about that one? Also too, when a new piece of hardware, or I should say a new console comes out every single generation, doesn't it do good during its first year anyway, regardless if it has exclusives or not? Kind of reminds me of the PS5 and the PS4 and the Xbox. I remember they did pretty well for the beginning of the year, and then people wonder why I wait for the second year after the console's been released. Huh.
Like, maybe, just maybe, you were repeating marketing from Microsoft instead of doing, like, I don't know, actual analysis of the industry, considering that, like, PlayStation just started pushing their console into the Chinese market. We have no idea how many, units they're going to sell over the next 5 years in an untapped market. And then the Steam machine's going to enter the field.
I'm sorry, who's the person that said PC gamers would go out and get a PlayStation 5 just to play the sequels? Didn't you run with that narrative for a very, very long time? And then he still believes that to this day. On top of that, too, the Chinese market, really, when especially they're bringing their games day and day, the China project. You really think that the Chinese people are going to switch over to the PlayStation when they already know they're getting your exclusives day one?
It seems like literally everybody else. There's nobody left. Nintendo's pushing hard with console. PlayStation's pushing hard with console, investing in future console technology. And now Valve is like, you know what? I think we should build a console. It's a PC. Yes, it is. But who you think they're targeting with its form factor and its functionality? They're not targeting you, PC Master Race. They are not targeting you.
Was that an actual idea that came from that pocket of air between your ears?
And as Reforge fails to understand that Steam is going to be targeting everybody with this one. From the people that said, well, I don't want a PC to sit up in my living room and have all this hard time difficulty selling it up. They're targeting these people. They're also targeting people like me who are hardcore on PC. I can use that thing as an extension from my PC to my living room, straight to my stream machine, and play my games from there if I wanted to.
You've got your RGB and your 240 frames and your tinkering and your edited config files. This ain't for you. A $400 to $600 Steam machine with like 8 gig of VRAM. I don't think you're the target audience, Mr. PC Master Race. I don't think so.
I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh at this peasantry right here. This man sitting here pretending he knows how to handle a PC, when this is the same man that couldn't even figure out how to hook up a PlayStation controller to his own PC. No, I'm not kidding. It probably took this man 20 to 30 minutes to figure it out. All he had to do was just read was directly on his PC what was telling him to update his drives. That's all he had to do was update the drive that's within the controller. You guys already know what I mean. Also, hey Reforge, if it's the fact that this thing is going to be $600, doesn't the earlier claim saying that there's no way and possibility that you could actually build a PC for $600 to rival the PS5 Pro? Hey Reforge, guess what? You have more problems than you realize you have now.
And that's totally fine. I still don't think you're the target audience. I don't think people with really, really high-end rigs are going to find this thing to be very compelling.
Hi Reforge, I have a high-end PC here, like a 5090 Ti over here. Yeah, and I have I forgot my other specs on top of this right now, but I do have a high-end PC over here. Yeah, guess what? I'm interested. So you don't speak for everybody.
Listen, and listen closely. You know who you are. You can't spend years mocking and jeering consoles that can't be upgraded, that have outdated technology in them, and then suddenly act like this is some kind of a game changer.
Do you really think you can stop me?
As it's coming out next year with weaker hardware than the PlayStation 5, which at the time the PlayStation 5 will be 6 years old.
But Reforge, you may have the better hardware in this discussion, but PC has a lot more. Sure, you have the better hardware, but we have the better stuff. We have the better exclusives, wider range of video games, mods, and let's just say we have easier access to certain things that we don't have to pay for.
So you better be careful. If you're going to try and remain consistent, which I know most of these people aren't concerned with being consistent, but if you care about being consistent, it's going to look really, really kind of funny to suddenly start talking about a system that you can't really upgrade, except for I think maybe the hard drive and the memory, but you can't upgrade the GPU, can't upgrade the CPU. You're stuck with them.
I'll be completely honest, Reforge. I'm gonna wait on that verdict when somebody tears that thing apart and puts like a new GPU and a CPU in there. I'm gonna wait on the verdict instead of listening to everybody else on the internet. Because you know what though? Everybody can say one thing and then when the item finally comes out, it's gonna be a complete different thing. So you know what? I'd reserve judgment until the item is, well, available to everybody.
And it's gonna be outdated the day it hits the shelves. I thought that was bad. I thought that was dumb. I thought that was stupid. I thought that was peasant.
No, what makes you a peasant in this situation, Reforge, is due to the simple little fact is that you parade the PS5 Pro around like it's like this savior of gaming over here, when in fact, it just sucks in general, because let's be honest, if you're going to get the full experience out of it, like the full 4K 60 frames out of it, you have to wait for a patch update to be approved by Sony and then made by the developers, while I sit here on PC and pick my own settings to enjoy.
I disagree so much. The Steam Deck was lauded because it's a great mobile experience. This will be lauded as a great living room experience. It's not competing with my PC. I don't think you're the target audience, though, Zubair. I just don't think so. I think people like you will buy it, but I don't think their primary concern is, oh, we need to give this to the guys that have the best video cards on the market. Like, that's who's going to want to buy this. Now, OEM versions of this, yes.
Reforge, your whole argument in this situation falls apart just by one little factor, that I can stream directly to the Steam machine from my PC. So if they weren't targeting PC players, why would they allow that to happen in the first place?
Lono just called this a console? I said it's functionally a console. I'm not saying it's a console. I'm saying... I was very clear, Siryu. I said it is a PC. I like that they're marketing it as a PC. They're not using vague, weird marketing speak like it's a gaming box.
Now, we do move on a little further down the stream, but it's, let me just tell you something. You guys all heard him. He was saying this is basically a console, but it has, like, extra steps. It's just his, his chat rebelling against him, calling him an idiot, basically. Just a usual Reforge experience.
They're calling it a PC. I'm just saying, functionally, it's a console. It's meant for your TV in your living room. It's got almost no ports on it. It's not like the back of my towers over here. And you control it with a controller. And it's a Steam OS. Like, it's functionally a console, man. That's not me trying to do some weird console tribalism. That's what it does. It's what it's doing.
You serious?
I want everybody to know that this right here signifies that you know nothing about PC at all. On top of that too, he actually thinks that all the functions actually came from console first, when in reality, all those functions actually came from PC. Yeah, this is only getting more interesting by the minute.
It's a PC that functions like a console so that you can have it in your living room and remove all the stuff that you don't want when you put a PC in your living room right now. A gaming console is an electronic device designed primarily for playing video games on a television or monitor, typically using a separate controller. That sounds like a console to me.
The audacity that this peasant actually thinks that the Steam machine is copying consoles. Do you know how brain dead you actually have to think that the Steam machine is actually copying consoles? Do you know how lame brained you have to be? Do you know how much of a peasant you have to dirty the conversation in order to even just to think like that?
Everybody, I know some of you aren't listening yet, all right? Everybody, okay, now, I got everybody's attention. Stop it. Stop this. Stop caring about what something's called. This is why I'm praising the marketing. They're calling it what it is. They're like, it's a PC. If somebody's like, well, it's basically a console, you don't need to straighten your glasses at them. You don't need to get in an argument with them. You don't need to spend any time fighting with them. Be like, yeah, it basically is both. It gets to do both. It's a PC, but it basically functions as a console. Like, we don't have to spend time fighting about this.
Who is this person who speaks to me as though I needed his advice?
Reforge, anybody that listens to you has already lost the argument on top of this one. And you want to talk about having conversations that this is a PC or a console? How about the fact that you've been losing your mind for years at this point over Xbox doing their little slogan, "This is an Xbox." Yeah, you want to get on our asses about that? Guess what, Reforge? We all remember what you've done.
This is one of the reasons why I don't like Xbox's marketing, because it's not specific and nobody knows what the frick anything means, and it's super frustrating. In this situation, yes, we know it's a PC, but we also know it's basically functioning like a console. There's no reason to have a debate beyond that. I think that's just easy to accept.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
In the end, Steam Machine's also an Xbox? You have to understand that one of the reasons the whole "this is an Xbox" and one of the reasons calling the Asus ROG Ally an Xbox, the reason that was so irritating is it was confusing.
Reforge, how is this a hard concept to understand? When they say this is an Xbox, they mean this is part of the Xbox brand. It is not a hard concept to understand. On top of that, too, you really will never understand them due to the fact that you hate their guts.
Calling the Steam Machine a PC or a console, neither of those things causes confusion. Neither of those things is misleading. They're both essentially saying the same thing.
No, you're just wrong, Reforge. You are extremely wrong, because your peasantry will not let you pass this up at all, because you have to use this some way, somehow, to make PlayStation look better in this situation. Do you understand the difference between PC and console? Like I said earlier in the video, fam, this is the difference. One gives you freedom, the other entraps you in an enclosed ecosystem. Saying that this is no different between a PC and a console is very, very misleading.
You're not giving somebody a false impression about what it can do. It's a PC. Because it is. You can install apps on it. You can install Windows on it. It's a console. Because it is. You can plug it into your TV, control it with a controller. It doesn't have all of that extra stuff that a PC has. It's just there. The operating system simplified. The purpose of the device is to game.
Reforge, you could do all of that on PC too. On top of that, on console, you can't change the OS. You can't change storefronts. You can't, play online without paying for a membership. There are so many differences between console and PC that it's not even funny. I could go on for days telling you the difference between console and PC. And this dude right here, Reforge, neglects to tell you the differences between PC and console and how superiority PC runs on console. He is purposely being ignorant in this situation. I can't believe that faded ignorance this man has exaggerated onto this channel. The absolute peasantry that has been displayed on this video. I'm actually just disgusted. Just straight to my core. And I know I don't like to show my PC master race, my superiority to everybody. But this right here, he just displayed everything that is wrong with the console fanboys and their knowledge of PC. This is like a 1-for-1, just absolutely perfect. And you know what though? I'm done. I'm done ranting and raving about his terrible take on the Steam Machine. Like I'm actually getting flustered with how dumb it was. It's just, it just messes with my mind. So you know what, fam? I'm gonna let you guys go. I really do appreciate you guys watching this video, and if you guys appreciate watching this, please leave a like and comment in the comment section. Always a pleasure to talk to you guys. And hey, you want more of my craziness? You want more of my crazy takes, my crazy reviews, all that type of stuff? Subscribe to the channel, because I'll definitely have more coming your guys' way. But besides all that sellout stuff and dealing with Reforge over here, Thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys on Salty Sunday, because trust me, there are more bad takes to come. But anyway, see you in the next one, fam. Later.
Have it, you're like a